Member from Thornhill.
Hey, the Terminator. Go for it.
Thank you, Speaker. And my question is for the Finance Minister. A pattern has developed where the McGuinty Liberals will say anything to change the channel. The Finance Minister knows that no one has been talking about closing casinos. What we've been talking about is how to make the casinos in your portfolio do what they are supposed to do and what you claimed they would do, add to the revenue of the province and not just the revenue of the minister's riding. Other OLG casinos are profitable. What is the Minister of Finance's plan to make the Windsor Casino profitable? Do you even have one?
Mr. Speaker, I'm glad that the member clarified what he said on Friday. In fact, Mr. Speaker, the reason we made the investment we did 4 years ago was to ensure that that casino could continue to compete in a very competitive marketplace in that region. And Mr. Speaker, there's no doubt that the gaming industry across North America is down considerably, large publicly traded companies as well as the publicly owned casinos. Mr. Speaker, overall, we will continue to work with the OLG. That investment we made in a convention centre and in a major entertainment facility, which are second to none, Mr. Speaker, and compete very effectively against the 4 casinos in Detroit, was precisely what was needed, was precisely what was recommended by the OLG, and precisely what was recommended by by people in the gaming industry to ensure the ongoing competitive.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Again, for the Minister, it appears that in Ontario the answer to how does one start a small business appears to be start a large one and let Minister Duncan and the Liberal family run it. Minister Duncan budgeted $400 million to expand it and spent $430 million instead. He added an unbudgeted $80 million for a power plant. The agency he oversees is throwing another $200 million in to keep the casino running. This is the same minister who plans the budget for the province of Ontario. How much more should Ontario taxpayers spend so that you can try to make sure that Windsor-Tecumseh stays in the Liberal family?
Minister.
Attack on Windsor.
He cares about the work.
Attack on Windsor.
Mr. Speaker, the casino initiative in Windsor was begun under the New Democrats. It was advanced under the Conservative government, and we made the kind of investment that's important to help maintain the competitive position of that casino relative to the Detroit casinos, which have all opened in the last 6 years, Mr. Speaker. There's no doubt that the tourism industry in Ontario has seen a downturn as a result of a number of factors that I've reviewed with the member in previous questions. But the investment we made was precisely the investment that was called on by the industry, was precisely the investment that was recommended by the board at that time, and was precisely what was needed to ensure the ongoing competitiveness of that casino, which has yielded a net profit of in excess of $1 billion to this province since its opening in 1996.